Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's Just Two Movies.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies, where we watch a good movie, then we watch a bad movie. We talk about both of them. Do you care? Doesn't matter. We're just here having drinks, having a good time. With me in the studio tonight, Birdman. Just the Chicago Bulls theme. What's up, brother?
Oh, man. Not much. Good to be back.
How you been?
Oh, been good.
Good?
Good, man.
Good?
Just
Good?
tired.
Yeah?
You know?
I feel you, man.
As a person that might be in their 30s, I am just perpetually tired.
Yeah. I had a late night
Yeah?
last night. I was out drinking all night long.
Okay.
Doing a lot of drinking. And I had to get up and go to work.
Nice.
I was up way too late.
Thirsty Thursdays?
I was just, I just want to spend some time with the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, movies.
Movies.
We're
doing movies.
We're talking movies. This was your pick, right?
This was my
Okay.
week to pick.
And what did you pick?
So I went with a movie that you had never seen, which
I have never seen. It's hard to come by.
kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is the first time that's happened. Like,
I
I know we did a movie that neither of us
had seen, yeah, but one that specifically
But one-
I have not seen.
Yeah.
That, that might be, yeah.
I think that tracks.
I watch a lot of. I wouldn't call myself like a cinephile or a movie expert or anything. I just
watch a lot of movies.
I just like movies, so
Yeah.
I fucking watch them, and there's a bunch of them, and I have a weird brain where I remember most of the thing I watched.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I picked The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It is
the secret wife of Altered Titty. It's the porno.
is that what
the porno handle? You seen that show Altered Carbon on Netflix? Me neither.
I have not. I hear it's good, but I wouldn't know.
I'll tell you what, though. I'd watch The Secret Wife of Altered Titty
Yeah?
if that was a thing. Sounds like a real Ghost in the Shell, which
so
I also haven't seen. Anyway, carry on.
So we've got a 2013 PG film, which kind of, I don't know.
I didn't notice that it was PG, but now that you mention
I guess it makes sense.
There's nothing in it besides a little light action.
Which doesn't take away from the film at all, though.
No.
By the way that it's PG. So this stars, actually, do you have...
Oh, yeah, I got you, Doc. 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 51% Rotten Tomatoes, 54% on Metacritic. I think these are a little on the harsh side. I had a great time with this. It's released December 25th, 2013 in the USA, directed by Ben Stiller. Cinematography by Stuart Dryburgh. Screenplay by Stephen Conrad. Stars Ben Stiller, Kristen Wiig, Sean Penn, Adam Scott, which Adam Scott was a delight in this with his weird. And anyway, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Shirley MacLaine, Catherine Hahn, and my main man, Patton Oswalt.
Heyo.
Heyo.
I do want to mention for writing credits, this is based on a short story by James Thurber.
Nice.
Exactly.
Way to go, James Thurber.
Thurber.
Sounds like a fucking made-up name, James.
It does. Budget. What do you think the budget of this was? If you had to
if
guess.
I had to guess,
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't do a lot of things I do.
That's 9%.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm 99% water or something. So we're just gonna.
So it'll even out, right?
Yeah, it'll even out. It should above that.
Anyways, what do you think the budget on this was?
Man, if I had to guess, I'd say 25 mil, ballpark.
You were way off.
Way off? Yeah. Like too high or too low?
You're way too low.
Okay, 150 mil.
I'll just tell you.
Okay, yeah, that works.
$90 million.
Okay, so it's more than 25, less than all the other possible numbers.
$16 trillion. No, this was $90 million. Man,
that's almost as much as Avatar, bro.
$90 million budget. Opening weekend, this made $12 million. Not a lot.
Yeah.
For the U.S., it grossed $58 million. Worldwide, it did end up making $188 million. So
It is kind of, if I had to describe this film in one word, I would say it's unassuming.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Yes.
So what would you say, just briefly, what would you say this movie is about?
Sure.
Very briefly, and then we'll get into it.
This movie's about Walter Mitty. He works for a magazine that is going digital. He is a quiet, shy introvert. He's had to work all his life, and he's a daydreamer.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is presented with a situation where he finally finds himself at a jumping off point and decides to go on a little adventure.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I love you too.
I love you too. So, before I said we were going to get into it, but before we get into it, I just want to get this out of the way. Let's go ahead and review it, or rate it.
Okay.
If you had
Helicopter pilot black and white thumbs.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say. How'd you know?
Nice, because I watched it. I watched the movie. It's my favorite character from the whole film, by the way, is that guy. Which we'll get to, but I would say black and white, wrinkly helicopter pilot thumbs.
Yep. I'm so glad you said that.
God, I'm gonna go a really firm 9.25. Like, I have been aware of this movie since it came out.
Yep.
And people have been like, meh. I think because they wanted it to be a comedy, and it has
it's a little bit of a comedy.
It has levity to it, but I wouldn't say it's comedy forward.
No.
I think people went into it wanting it to be a laugh out loud knee slapper, and it's not that. It's a little more cerebral.
And maybe they wanted it to be kind of silly. And it's not.
So, yeah.
Some of it is. But
yeah. Expectations with first ratings are a big factor.
Yeah.
So I never heard any like really glowing reviews for it. I think you were the only person who ever told me that it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always would look at the cover art and read the synopsis for it and go, I don't know if I'm in the mood for this. So I would keep looking, and then I would eventually find something else. Or I'd be like, I'll come back to that. And I never did for whatever reason. So it has kind of it looks, the cover art for the movie, looks like it's got like a real Hope Floats vibe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like a thing that's up my alley, but it is quite enjoyable.
Turned out it is.
Yeah.
It's right in your alley.
If I could change anything about it, I would say maybe the title.
It's a little long.
Well, it doesn't, it does, but it doesn't like encapsulate what the movie's about. Anyway, what would you rate this movie?
I'm going to give it a hard 9.5.
Hard 9.5?
Yeah. So you want to
yeah,
what do you think? We jump into this?
Yeah, let's just jump in. Well, what do you got?
Walter, Walter Mitty is kind of a recluse, I would say.
He has a hard time connecting.
He works at a magazine that's a magazine company that's going out of business called Life, which
is a real magazine.
It was a real magazine. I guess it's not anymore.
Yeah, I think they moved to digital in 2000.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a true...
They make it look like it's Time magazine, which it's not.
Right.
Maybe it is how Life magazine was when Life magazine was a thing. I don't remember Life magazine.
Yeah, neither.
Really. I remember Game Informer.
Right.
And Guitar World.
Yeah.
And Penthouse.
Nice. So Walter, the first thing we see is him on eHarmony. So immediately you're like, oh shit, here we go.
Okay, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Rom-com.
Rom-com, look out.
Yeah, he's super sweet on Kristen Wiig and can't talk to her. He's trying to send her a wink.
He's trying to send her a wink on
like
eHarmony,
yeah. eHarmony winky.
And he calls eHarmony because he's that nerd.
Yeah.
Because he can't do something on his computer,
so he's
going to call.
One thing he signed up to eHarmony for, just to wink at Kristen Wiig, and he can't do it.
So he calls up, and it turns out to be Patton Oswalt.
Yeah,
which is so awesome.
That was a good inclusion. They could not have picked a better cast for that, because he's like, later in the movie, he calls him. He's like, "Yeah, man, I've just been thinking about you. Been wondering how you are." Like, just they're buddies all of a sudden.
Yeah. So yeah, as Danny mentioned earlier, Walter's a bit of a daydreamer. The first daydream that we see is of Walter talking to Kristen Wiig's character.
Oh yeah.
And he daydreams himself kind of as a hero.
Like an action hero.
Like an action hero.
Like a Tug Speedman
Yeah.
from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's it.
Right. That's it. What's he do? He jumps into an apartment to save a cat or a dog or something.
Yeah, there's like a bomb or something, like a gas leak or some shit like that. The sequences of him doing the daydreaming they're really fun, but they run off real time. So in real time, Walter Mitty, the character, is just standing there staring off into space.
And we're seeing his daydream.
We're seeing his daydream. But if we weren't seeing his daydream and we were just seeing the other thing, I can relate to that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not real heavy daydreamer, but I do space out a lot. Mm-hmm. Like just empty, no thought.
No thought.
You know what I mean? It's supposed to be really good for you. I don't know, but
I think I space out, but I'm focused on one thing. And I'm stuck on that one thing.
I don't focus
on
anything, but like
I'm like in space, but it's about like that one thing. Danny's just staring.
Anyway, just staring at birds. Don't make me open this can of whoop-ass koozie.
So there's a manager that is overseeing the shutdown, basically, of this office, this Life office.
They're moving it from print edition to online.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it happens to be Adam Scott, which is...
Dude, he's got this great, awful fucking neck beard. It like looks fake, right? It's the most well-kept neck beard you've ever seen.
But it looks so fake to me. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, man, that looks fake.
That is a really weird choice of facial accessory.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just very, very specific.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Maybe he just had that beard and nobody had the heart to be like, hey, Adam.
No, I think it's fake. I think it's a costume decision. I don't know if it makes him look a little bit more douchey because he kind of plays a douchebag in this. Asshole, whatever you want to call him.
Absolutely plays a douchebag in this.
But it works because he's good at doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is.
Michael Scott. Hey,
Walter Mitty.
Walter Mitty. No, Adam Scott's character.
Oh, Adam Scott.
I don't remember his name in this. Sorry.
Adam Scott.
We're going to call him Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Basically, here's where we get to what I would call the chunk of the film, what the film's really about. And I'm just going to run down it real quick.
No, go ahead.
Walter Mitty works with a legendary photojournalist who's played by Sean Penn.
Right.
They've never met in person.
Nope. But they've worked in tandem for a long time.
For like 16 years.
Yeah.
Penn's character sends Mitty his latest negatives, and he sends them in a wallet. And we'll put more on that later.
Yeah, we'll come back to the wallet. They're looking for a very specific print.
Yes, they're looking for a specific print. It's number 25.
Right.
Sean Penn's character believes it captures the what do you say?
Quintessence, yeah.
Quintessence of life, and it should be used for the final cover of Life magazine.
Right.
That is the basis, really, of this film.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, number 25 is missing.
Number 25 is a metaphor for Walter Mitty.
Really?
Walter Mitty is missing in life.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even really...
Because he's so standoff, like he's has a hard time connecting. So he doesn't connect, so he doesn't interact. He doesn't interact, so he doesn't do. And he had that travel journal since he was a kid and never filled that out because he never went anywhere.
His dad gave it to him, yeah.
Precisely. So he is actually a metaphor for the number 25. At the end of the movie, spoiler, I'm going full spoiler because this is a good connection. I don't want to stop. So at the end of the movie, when he's like, oh, it was in the wallet, you know, the 25's in the wallet. I sent you the note. It said, look inside. Well, all he had to do was look inside to find himself, the number 25, to be in life.
Right.
I thought it was incredibly clever. I like that a lot. That's a great storytelling mechanic. That's a great way to take a story and be like, what's a metaphor for this story? And then make it an item in the story that's actually the point that he's searching for, I just thought it was great. I mean, not to get like super, fuck it, I understand stories, jerk myself off.
No. I agree with you. Like it's such a great way to tell a story.
It really is.
But yeah, the problem here is that, like I said, the negative is missing, and it forces Walter to really decide. That's like a deciding point in his life, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do about this?
He's got to find it.
How are you going to fix this?
Everybody's getting fired.
Yeah. They're downsizing.
Everybody's getting laid off. They're downsizing. He's fucking, he meets the guy who's like the headhunter who's laying everybody off. Terrible first impression because he's, he's kind of a space cadet because he doesn't connect with people. He just daydreams all the time. So he's like unresponsive sometimes when people talk to him, but that doesn't mean he's not phenomenal at the thing that he does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he is great at
negative assets.
Negative assets.
Yeah. So he's a negative asset manager. And it's weird because they like put him in the basement. It's just him and one other guy.
Right.
Like, well, I guess
that guy I do want to credit real quick.
Okay.
Adrian Martinez. He's in all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As just that guy.
He's that guy.
But he's a good that guy in this. You know what I mean? Like he was like he actually had depth of character. He wasn't just like a fat guy eating a taco.
Right.
You know what I mean? As he normally is cast. He had a little depth of character.
He's
I
Walter's.
Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, he's Walter's. I would say best work friend, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's just all around. You can tell that he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a good supporting character.
Righto. Walter's got to find this fucking picture.
Yep.
He can't find it. It's missing. It's in this wallet. He's upset. He fucking throws the wallet away and he's like, fuck this. I got to go to Greenland. Well,
he throws the wallet away a lot later, but
yeah,
we've already talked about it.
Yeah, we got to breeze through a couple things. Or we'll go long on this. This is a really great movie. I really do highly recommend. If you are like me and have always kind of skipped by this, it really is worth a watch. And just under 2 hours, pretty breezy.
Oh, yeah. Just to go back a little bit, because there are a few things that I want to kind of touch on. Well, I mean, I guess you're right. Like, this is where, like I said, this is where he decides, okay, I actually have to find this.
Yeah.
So we'll skip some of that. But the next part, he gets to Greenland. I think he goes to Greenland
first,
This is
all spoilers.
Yeah.
But in case you don't know that about this show, if this is your first listen, carry on.
Yeah, so he gets to Greenland. The pilot that he's supposed to meet up with that maybe knows where Sean is.
Oh, yeah.
So this is your favorite...
This is my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Okay, you want to...
Yeah, so Walter Mitty goes in the bar. He walks up to the bartendress. He asks her a question. She says, do you want a drink? He's like, oh, yeah, sure. He orders a beer, a small beer.
He's like, one guy has a big boot. Yeah, like a very large boot.
He's got the boot. You know, he's drinking out of the boot. And he's drunk. He's like very drunk. Very inebriated. Like it looks like this guy's probably been here for 5 or 6 hours, like really digging it.
Oh, you're talking about the pilot?
Yeah, really digging his heels in.
He's like, I'll have karaoke.
I'll have a small boot.
Yeah.
And then the guy gets up, he starts doing karaoke, and he comes up to Walter and he's like, sing this song with me. Anyway, he's like about to beat his ass.
Yeah.
Because they have a confrontation and he's terrible with people.
Yep.
So anyway, it comes to light during their confrontation. Oh, I'm looking for this guy. I'm looking for this pilot to help me find this guy. He's like, oh, I am that guy. I am the pilot. And he's like, I'm going to sit you down. And then they're talking for a while, and this guy is super fucking wasted.
He's so fucking drunk.
Very, very wasted.
I mean, you can tell when he's doing karaoke how drunk he is.
Oh, he is fucking lit. This dude is probably 14 deep.
I'd say 14
if you had
beers.
to put a number on it?
Yeah.
If you're talking American light lager, he's at
14
least...
I would say 14 or 15.
14 or 15.
Yeah.
He's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're sitting there and they're talking, and he's like, wait, so you're the pilot? And he's like, yeah, you can come with me if you want. He's like, great, that'd be great. When are you leaving? He'd be like, here in like 10 minutes.
He's like,
he's like, I'm sorry? He's like, but it looks like there's a storm coming in. He's like, yeah, I'm real nervous about flying. That's why I had these beers. He's I figured I'd have a couple beers before
Dude, that's so funny.
I'm real nervous about it. Like the look in his eyes is the look of a man that actually really is nervous and putting up a front.
The first time I saw this, this part, I lost it, man. It's one of the best parts of the movie.
It's really funny. So Walter gets in the fucking chopper with the guy. The guy's like, fucking
on a whim, right? Like on a kind of like a last. He's like, oh shit!
He actually runs to the chopper and like kind of dives in it because the guy's already taking off. He's going to deliver radio parts
to a boat that Sean Penn might be on.
Right, that does not have ship-to-shore radio.
Yes.
That's what the parts are for, to fix the ship-to-shore radio. That's why Walter can't contact them in the first place, which is why he has to get on this fucking helicopter.
Yep.
So he goes with the guy, and they've got a little skiff out on the ocean, and he's like, jump in the boat!
Yeah.
And he's like, it looks really far away, because Walter's looking at the ship.
The ship.
Not the skiff, which is right below the chopper. And he's like, it's really far away. He's like, all right, fine. He goes to jump, and he falls pathetically short because he's jumping for the ship. And while he's jumping, the other guy's like, no, the little boat.
Yeah, the little boat, Walter.
Yeah. Dude, that guy is gold, man. Oh, man. That guy is gold.
He's fucking awesome.
I think that is Olafur Dari Olafsson. Yeah, helicopter pilot.
Nice.
I think I fucking nailed that name, too.
Hell yeah, you did.
Olafur,
maybe.
Olafur Dari Olafsson.
I like it.
It's my best guess.
I like it.
Mike Myers is in this? No.
What?
There's no way.
No.
He's credited. So. Look at him. Boom, right there.
I don't know about all that.
Bottom left.
We'll have to research that. So
that's the joke, is we don't really research anything. Right. We research it right before we sit down. That's it. We just watch a movie and get drunk together because we're buddies. That's what the show is.
That's what we like to do.
That's what the show is.
So Walter makes it on the boat eventually. After he's almost eaten by a shark.
He like punches a shark with his briefcase. It's fucking awesome.
He like, loses
his porpoise. He goes, I don't think it's a porpoise.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a shark.
Oh, you're right. It's not the porpoise.
So Walter loses this boat's their radio parts. Because, as we said, he jumps into the ocean, not the small boat that he's supposed to jump on.
He has like cool interaction with the guy on this boat.
Yeah,
that just like loves American culture.
Yeah, I like that guy.
He just loves American culture. Like he's using catchphrases, and he's using them right, but he's using them from the wrong genre that anybody would care about. You know what I mean? He's like when he goes to exit the room, he's like, I'll see you on Sesame Street, my dude.
Yeah.
Like a 6-year-old would get that, but
right.
You know what I mean? Like a grown man would be like
what are you talking about? So turns out Sean Penn is not on this boat. He asked them if they're gonna go to if they can make a stop at Iceland. He's like, well, yeah, we have to because you lost our fucking radio parts.
You lost our parts in the fucking ocean. Yeah.
He makes it to Iceland, and this is a really great part. There's one bike.
He's like, you have to hurry because, he makes the squeeze titties hand gesture.
Yeah. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, the shipmates.
Horny shipmates all want to go to strip club. There's only one bike. Takes off running. They're like, run, Walter! Run! And that's what I mean is there are moments of levity in this. Like the overall tone of this movie is a little more on the heavy side. Yeah. But they do pepper in that levity, like all these horny sailors getting off the boat, like running and fighting each other and pushing and shoving for one bicycle, because that's the only means to get to the nearest strip club while they're ashore.
Right, and they're in Iceland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah,
it makes sense.
Well, Iceland's fucking gorgeous. Greenland fucking sucks. He's like, 8 people live here, man. He's like, I live in a country where only 8 people live. Sucks.
Actually, a little bit of trivia on
God, I love a little bit of trivia.
So it turns out all of the Greenland shots, all of the Greenland scenes were shot in Iceland.
And all of the Iceland shots were shot in Greenland.
Doesn't say that.
But really, Greenland's really icy and Iceland's really green. Yes. Who fucked that up? Can we change that? Can there just be a petition to make that not be a stupid thing that everybody knows?
Maybe it didn't used to be like that.
Just call them different things. Call them like fucking Tom and Jeanette. Who gives a shit?
Tom and Jeanette.
This country's named Chad. Who cares?
Chad's a terrible name for a country.
Canada. Fucking love Canada though. Anywho.
So, Walter takes the bike. He trades a kid a Stretch Armstrong figure.
Long story short, his mom gave him some stuff before he left. One of those things was a Stretch Armstrong toy. He had it in his briefcase. He traded a kid. the bike. Was it the bike and the Stretch Armstrong, or did something happen to the bike?
I don't. Oh, he fucked up because he crashed on the bike, so the bike got fucked up. So he had to run.
He fucks up the bike. He runs into a kid. Kid's got a longboard, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I got this Stretch Armstrong. You swap me that longboard." And they don't speak English, but they get it.
They get it.
They get it. You want to trade? And he's like, all right, fucking can't get this Stretch Armstrong right here. I can get another skateboard. I can't get this fucking weird ass thing.
What is this weird toy?
This weird fucking
Just
thing.
Kind of a weird trade, but
it's a weird thing from like circa, I don't know, 1991 maybe. Not like I fucking
like I
know when
know.
that was or had one.
The following scene is really cool, though. I think we forgot to mention this. It is a kind of a small detail, but Ben Stiller's character
knows how to skateboard.
Oh
yeah. Not a little bit either.
Not a little bit. He's a
like,
badass.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. So he takes this longboard.
Tony Hawk would give him props, and then he'd be like, you really look like Tony Hawk.
So he takes this longboard, and he rides it to the next town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
he takes it hell long.
Because
I like the way he taped rocks on his.
Yeah, so he can.
He's like, so he can grab the ground essentially.
Because the road's pretty, it's
super windy.
Yeah,
so he can lay it all the way down and touch the road and hug, and it's like a handbrake.
Yeah,
like a handbrake
exactly.
for a 3-man wide longboard. It was pretty fucking badass, man.
Hashtag smort.
Hashtag smort.
I think it says after he longboards to this other town, this guy follows him because he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But they can't understand each other.
Language barrier. You know what I mean? This guy sees him go in a place he knows that he should not go
because it ends up there's a volcano that's about to erupt.
Yeah. So as he's like, get in car, and he gets in the car. He's like, erection. He's like, erection. He's like, no, eruption. And he looks over and the volcano starts to fucking smoke, and then he looks up in the air, and there's Sean Penn on top of an airplane straddling it with his fucking camera set up, flying into an erupting volcano.
Taking pictures of it. Like, that was fucking awesome, man. Like, that was a cool scene.
Yeah, that's fucking badass.
Like, he's got some sort of harness on the airplane, I think, though. Because it looked like something that could, like, prop him up, I guess.
Yeah, he's strapped in.
It was fucking cool, man.
He's strapped in for show.
Yeah. For show. Walter can't really get to Penn, though, right? At this point.
No, he can't.
Because, I mean, he's on a...
He can't... He's in evacuation mode. You know what I mean? So, he
ends up going to the...
He's routed back to New York or wherever it is.
Yeah,
wherever it is he's at.
His coworker calls him, and he's like, dude, if you don't get here... Like, if you don't get back...
It's going to be bad.
I'm going to get fired.
Yeah.
And you're going to get fired.
And Walter Mitty gets back, and his friend was fired, and so was he, promptly after his return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were a lot of people. Kristen Wiig's character got fired.
Yeah.
Which he goes to her house. Obviously, like we said, he's sweet on this girl. He goes to her house. Her ex-husband, I believe, right? Answers the front door.
Yeah.
And he kind of takes that as like, oh, shit.
He's like, hey, babe.
Hey, babe. Some dudes at the door.
Ben Stiller's here.
He takes that as she's getting back with her ex. So he leaves the longboard.
The longboard that he got in Iceland.
He leaves that for Kristen Wiig's son.
Yeah. Because prior, he's like, oh, hey, it's cool skateboard. Let me show you how to do a kickflip. Boom.
Yeah. Kickflip, boom.
Kickflip, boom.
Kickflip, boom.
Kickflip.
Say that.
Bloom.
10, 5, 3 times fast.
Kickflip, boom. Kickflip, boom. Kickflip, boom.
I want to say kickflip, bloom.
Kickflip, bloom. Kickflip, bloom. We'll try it again at the second half of the podcast.
There we go.
Stay tuned.
To see what happens. Walter figures out that Sean is in Afghanistan.
Right, in the Himalayas.
Right. Yes, correct. So
I was looking up, I was just curious, like, how far the Himalayas span.
I also did this.
Super fucking impressive.
Right?
It's so impressive.
Holy
the
shit.
Himalayan mountains are fucking crazy, and it's like the largest water table in the continent. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's a cool fact.
Yeah, that's fucking cool shit. You know what?
I mean, it's in what, like 4 different countries? Spans 4 different countries. I think it's more than that. Is it more than that?
Let me pull it up real quick. I had it. I didn't write it down. I was in the middle of doing 14 things. Nepal, China, India, Bhutan, Pakistan, Afghanistan.
Damn.
Oh, also India. Did I not say India? Nepal.
6 countries, yeah.
Yeah. It's humongous. Anyway, it's really interesting to look up if you give a shit about landmasses. If you don't give a shit about landmasses, we're not here for geography class. So he goes.
He makes it to.
He has a little conversation with his mom. He's putting some pieces of the puzzle together, and he discovers that Sean's in Afghanistan in the Himalayas.
Yep.
So he goes.
So he makes it.
He goes to Afghanistan in the Himalayas.
Right.
He's like, they're doing a lot of hand signals and shit with the Inuits or the people of the land that like
they're helping him out a bit
there.
at first. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, no, we go this way. They're just pointing fingers. Nobody's talking.
Yeah, that's a really good moment.
He gets a phone call and it's Patton Oswalt, and he's like, "Hey, just some updates on your issue about your dating profile." He's like, "Oh, hey, man, listen, it's not really a good time. I have to make, like, strategic oxygen choices because I'm in the Himalayas."
Oh, my God.
Crazy.
It's awesome. They talk probably, like, 4 or 5 times throughout this. Like, and what's hilarious to me is Patton Oswalt's character calls him while he's in the Himalayas.
Not at work.
Which is fun, like fucking hilarious, because he probably wouldn't get cell phone reception there.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. Or maybe he would, because it's on a fucking mountain. I don't know.
I think Patton Oswalt is just a MacGuffin to like help you put benchmarks in the story. Well, went from a plain man that had only ever been to Phoenix. Then he had gone to Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
Then now all of a sudden he's in the fucking Himalayas. He got a last minute evacuated out of a volcano.
He almost got eaten by a shark.
It's like his whole life has fucking gone insane in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, so Walter, he's in the mountains. He's talking to Patton Oswalt.
It's a fucking good beer, man.
Nice.
It's fucking really good.
And he's like, he actually stumbles upon Sean Penn's character.
He does,
which is an awesome moment. Like,
he's just walking and walking and walking. You don't even see Sean Penn. He's like, because he's
talking on the phone.
He's talking on the phone to Patton Oswalt, and then you hear like, "Hey, buddy, do you mind?
I'm working here.
I'm working here." And it's Sean Penn. He's like, finally, he's like a messiah, man. Like a close, fucking, really in touch, artistic.
Yeah, dude.
Adventurous fucking coworker that you've never met,
seen,
that you've worked with for 16 years and never had a conversation with. It's just because their work goes right through your hands to where you want it to go.
Yeah. It's so, I don't know, when you finally see him, it's such a cool moment. In my opinion, it really is, and
he's got such a punchable face, and this is the most likable thing I've ever seen him in.
Yeah,
it really is
for sure.
Yeah.
That's
not to discredit Sean Penn as an actor.
No.
Sean Penn is a phenomenal actor. I just don't like his face. I just want to punch him in the face.
But this is a
he
really.
Want to punch. There's people that want to punch me in the face.
I want to punch you in the face.
Fucking, I want to punch you in the face
right now.
You want to start punching each other's faces? I'll clip that in. You guys are gonna start punching each other's faces.
No, but we get a really great scene there. Because Sean Penn is looking for a spotted, or wait, what was it? Was it a white leopard?
Snow leopard.
Snow leopard. He's looking for a snow leopard.
They call it the ghost cat.
To photograph. And he sees it, but he doesn't take the picture of it. And I love that. He's like, sometimes I just
sits there and looks at him.
I just sit there and I look, and I want to be in that moment. Yeah, it's really cool. I know it's a little cheesy, but
no, I don't think that's too cheesy pie. I like it.
Cheesy pie.
Cheesy pie.
Are you changing your mind?
Yeah. I think I'm.
Maybe get something a little lighter.
No. All right. Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. Wait.
Say what?
Carry on. I just want to get that clean beer crack.
So, in this conversation, that's when we learn that Sean gifted him negative number 25, and he put it inside of a little wallet that had Life magazine's motto on it.
What was the motto? I missed it again. Super, super busy. Like, for the last 20 minutes of this movie, I was way more distracted than I wished I would have been.
I'm going to have to look it up, but I will find it.
Life. It's what happens.
Life. It's a bitch.
Yes.
The secret life of Walter Schmitty.
The secret wife of altered titty.
Altered titty.
It's pretty good, right? Life magazine motto.
I think I found it. So yeah, the motto for Life magazine is to see the world, things dangerous to come to, To see behind walls, draw closer, to find each other, and to feel. That is the purpose of life.
That is fucking beautiful, man.
So that's in this film. I don't know if that was actually their motto, like their full motto, but it's cool.
That's still fucking great, yeah.
It's awesome.
So he meets Sean Penn. Sean Penn's like, it was in the wallet the whole time, Walter, you son of a bitch.
And Walter threw it
so
away.
now he's like, I threw it away. Well, I guess it's a thing that's beautiful that I've never seen that I'll let go. That's what I have in common with Sean Penn. And then he goes back to the States.
He goes home. We get a really funny moment where he stopped by customs, though, because he was in fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah. And they're like, how'd you get to Afghanistan? What country did you say you went through?
And he might have said Nepal.
It was He's like, oh, yeah, I went through Nepal. And they're like, it's fucking dangerous
What?
as shit.
He's
Like, that's why the tickets were $54. Just knew exactly how
And they're
much
like,
it was.
he's in Los Angeles, and they're like, we can't let you go until you find someone that you know in Los Angeles.
Right.
So he's like,
he knows one person that's in Los Angeles through random banter and small talk.
yep. Patton Oswalt, baby.
Yeah.
So Patton Oswalt, he gets him out of customs. He gets to his mom's. Did you think that she saved the wallet initially, or did you know?
I had no idea.
Okay.
I had no idea. I thought it was just gone, and that was the thing.
Okay.
Like, that was the thing. He all of a sudden, his character realized a thing that, the wise one, Sean Penn's character from this storyline had known all along. That this is the secret to really having a rich, fulfilling life.
Yeah.
And he thought he had it. He thought he knew what it was. So he went back to the States with that mind frame. And up until there's a kind of a side story with his mom's piano. We're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
But he, through chatting with his mom, she's like, oh, yeah, well, they had to sell the piano. And then his mom's like, oh, yeah, by the way, she's like, oh, man, I don't have a wallet. And she's like, oh, here you go.
Oh, yeah.
She's like,
he just kind of mentions.
I always keep your little knickknacks you throw away.
Mm-hmm.
And she just had it in her purse. So she gave it to him. And the negative was, sure enough, in the wallet. It was the negative was inside all along.
It turns out, he doesn't even look at it. He reconnects with Kristen Wiig. She's like, hey, I'm not getting back with my ex-husband,
Yeah.
And they kind of have a little bit of a moment, but it's not too much, right?
Yeah. No,
that's what I like about this.
It's just right for him. He's like, because he's not an extreme man. He just wants to be brave enough to do what he has to do. And that's what he has to do, is he has to fucking ask her out.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing she can say is go fuck yourself.
Right.
Fuck you, piece of shit.
So at first he doesn't look at the negative, and then they reconnect, and they're going by a newsstand, a magazine stand, and he sees the cover, and he is the cover.
Oh my God.
Which was fucking awesome, man.
I just thought of another layer.
Yeah?
He always looked at the negative. Walter Mitty always looked at the negative his entire life until one day he didn't.
Yeah.
He only looked at the positive, and it was him.
Mm.
Boom.
Damn.
Way to go, Ben Stiller! Womp, womp, womp. Good story structure!
It's an awesome picture, though. It's just a picture of Walter Mitty
with his loop.
He's examining what they call a contact sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the final cover for Life magazine, like dedicated to the people that made this possible.
Right.
I don't know. It's really cool.
There's a really great scene where Walter goes in to turn in the negative.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's got a really great scene. He delivers the picture to Adam Scott's weird neckbeard, and he like tells him off. He's like,
yeah,
you don't have to be such a fucking dick all the time. He's like, fuck it. Do you even know the motto for this company? And he's like, life, I'm loving it. And he's like, no,
that's McDonald's.
That's McDonald's. No, that's McDonald's. And he doesn't tell him what the motto is.
Yeah, but
it's on the cover of the magazine. Yeah, and he didn't even look at that negative. That's what makes it coherent. In that,
right? He
always looked at the negative, and then his life had a turning point, and he didn't look at the negative, and the positive was himself.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. I like this a lot.
Yeah,
this is really fun. Like,
it's just a fun movie. It's kind of
I'm gonna watch this with my kid this weekend. Yeah,
that's a good call. Yeah,
we're gonna sit down and watch this on Sunday. It's great.
Yeah, I would say you know, at a certain age group, it's not. There's nothing really inappropriate. I mean,
It's PG.
yeah, exactly.
It's PG. It is more appropriate than TMNT3 Tit.
Turtles in Time, baby.
T.I. Tit. The Secret Life of Tit. Turtles in Time.
I think that wraps this up.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch it again soon, just because it's a feel good movie.
Yeah,
you know? But it's not too.
I really want to share it with some other people. Like
Yeah.
like some people I know. I'm gonna be like, hey, sit down. We're gonna watch this.
Mhm, for sure.
I like this, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a really solid recommend. I enjoyed it a lot. It's breezy. It's fun. It's interesting.
Yep.
It's a thing I'm sure I've seen before, but a little more cleverly dressed up.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
There are things that are similar to it, but the way they went about writing it
Mhm.
and filming it and the cinematography of everything, like the dream sequences and stuff like that, or the daydreaming sequences, they're great.
Yeah.
They work really well within the film.
Are.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun with this.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna watch some other
Polaroid. It's about a camera.
There's your connection, folks.
Where it's the for summer break we're trying to do less kind of artsy stuff and do stuff that's like breezier and more fun. For an artsy thing, this is like the most breezy, fun artsy thing I've seen in a long time.
Oh well, yeah. I was gonna say this is kind of artsy, but yeah, it's also breezy.
Yeah. Final note about it: the cinematography in this is fucking.
I just said that, dick.
Oh, did you? Okay, here's the fake thing. We'll be back. We're gonna go watch Polaroid.
Heyo.
Is that a drop it like it's hot? Is that thing? Is that a shake it like a? Hey, shake it like
a Polaroid. Hello, we're back. Thanks for tuning in to Channel 16 News. I'm Skins McPherson. We appreciate your viewership. Tonight we're going to talk about a story that's deep, very, very deep. And at its roots, well, we'll find out. Chick-fil-A sauce. God damn it. Chick-fil-A sauce shortage blamed on Joe Biden's America. While we go over the details, we'll take it to our man in the field, Alan McTeethface.
Hey, Jer. Alan McTeethface here. Yeah, I'm out here, as you can see, in front of the gates at D.C., and, there's a lot of protesters out here, because it's a weekday. If it were a Sunday, that they would be home. And they keep holding signs up that say, "It's a pleasure to serve you." And some of the other signs, well, they say, "Where's the sauce?" So Biden has neglected to comment on this, but one thing can be said. His chicken sauce tax plan of 2021 is left wanting. A lot of consumers, a lot of Joe Everymans out there really wanting that Chick-fil-A sauce, and they're not getting it in Biden's America because the country belongs to whoever the president's name is during their term, of course.
Right, correct.
Yes.
So, has Joe Biden made any appearances since this shortage?
Yes, several, and still no comment on the shortage of Chick-fil-A sauce.
Wow.
Yeah, it's almost as if he doesn't care. Back to you, Diane.
Thanks, Teeth. That about wraps it up tonight here for us. I'm Teeth. No, you were Teeth. I'm Diane Feldspath. And thanks for tuning in to Channel 17 News. Go fuck yourself.
Special thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams. Please check out his latest project at suns.bandcamp.com. That is sunds.bandcamp.com. Thanks to Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Please check out more of their stuff on Instagram at lamplighter_productions_IL. First time listener? We're anywhere podcasts are found, but if you don't subscribe to any of those services, listen to the show for free on our website. It's just the number 2, movies.buzzsprout.com. That's it's just 2movies.buzzsprout.com. Want to get in touch with the show? Email us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com or find us on Twitter or Instagram at itsjusttwomovies. Want to support the show? Great. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe on whatever platform tickles your fancy. So anyway, back to the show. We're back. We watched Polaroid, more like Nolaroid.
Oh, got him.
Is a 2019 horror thriller, 1 hour, 28-minute runtime, currently on Netflix. Got a 1.5 out of 10, a 5.1 out of 10 on IMDb. 80% of Google users like this movie, so that's
80% of Google users?
generous. They're feeling extra special. Came out August 9th, 2018, directed by Lars Klevberg. Had a budget of 8.5 million USDs. Based on the book Polaroid by Lars Klevberg. Stars Madeline Petsch, Catherine Prescott, Tyler Young, Samantha Logan, Keenan Tracy, Mitch
Danny.
Pileggi.
No one cares.
Mitch Pileggi. Mitch Pileggi was the cop, by the way.
Oh, that's good to know.
Hey, what do you think your kids are down here screwing around? You think you're fucking special? Quiet down.
So,
and Priscilla Quintana.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, take out your wallets and welcome to the stage.
Don't forget to tip your bartender.
Really missed my dream calling. You know, I could have been announcing strippers all this time. Welcome to the stage, Diamond.
You just be a DJ.
Don't forget to tip your waitress.
I can see it. DJ Danimal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Welcome to the Thick Pony.
Stop.
We're gonna light this up tonight. Welcome to the stage, Starla. So, this movie's it's bad. It's not good. It's not good.
Bad.
Did it make any money?
It
It wouldn't surprise me because it didn't cost a lot of money to make.
So
Horror is such a popular genre. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, some people, if they can get away with making a horror movie for $10,000, it'll make money because for $5 million, it'll make money simply because they made it for less than $5 million.
right. What? I know you had the budget, right?
I have shit.
No, on the
No, I
Google,
had
when
budget.
when it was
budget $8.5 million US dollary dues.
well, they lost $7 million.
They lost some rubles. They lost $7 million.
Yeah.
God. Boy, that's rough. That's a rough one, Lars Klevberg.
Just keep pumping out all that bullshit, Netflix.
It's not good. It's not good. But I tell you what, though, if I was in the mood for a very schlocky 90s style Scream kind of monster movie,
yeah.
This would kind of scratch that itch. But it's not good. It's not good.
No.
It's not done well. It's laughable at best. I did kind of have a good time making fun of it, though.
Oh, yeah.
It lends itself to insults.
Yeah.
Which is never a positive thing to say about anything.
So you want to give us a brief? So you want to give us a brief rundown on the story?
Nope.
All right. So we've got high school loner Bird. Her name's Bird.
Yep. Bird.
Fitcher. Bird Fitcher.
Fitcher, not man. No relation.
No relation.
No relation.
She's got no idea what dark secrets are tied to the Polaroid camera she finds.
It is a sweet Polaroid camera.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's like the pop-up transformer.
Yeah.
Like leatherback and chrome trim version.
Yeah.
Not like the
like
classic.
No, yeah, it's like a 70s version of Polaroid.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's got a cool aesthetic.
It's from the 70s.
Yeah, it's a neat camera. But it's haunted.
Yeah, so it doesn't take long for old Bird to discover that those who have their picture taken with the camera soon die.
Just like Instagram. Got him.
Yeah, that's the premise. That's all you.
It's not very good. We could go into detail about what happens about the movie, but you don't really care. I'll tell you what
just
happens.
got it right there.
A long time ago, a girl was raped and murdered, and then her boyfriend was like, "I'll get revenge," and he's a ghost, and he's in the camera, and he'll kill people that had anything to do with it. If your picture was taken on the camera, he's got your fucking number.
That's it.
That's it. You know how you kill him? Imagine this. Taking a picture of him with the camera.
In an hour?
And then burning the picture.
An hour of this was just 5 people getting chased by him.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it on this film.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot going on with it. What would you... We'll get to the rating. We'll keep that at the end this time.
Okay.
But if you were to improve upon this, Lord knows there's plenty of room to do so. What I think most of the things that I would really do would be more story driven.
Yeah,
I would like some recasts, but I don't know anyone in that age group that I'm like, ooh, yeah, that'd save the day. You know what I mean? They're mostly story driven.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think if you get a better director, maybe get better performances out of these people or these kids.
Yeah.
Get Jessica Lange as the old woman, but make it more about her. Focus, because she was a little bit of a part of the movie, but there could have been much more there, I think, story-wise with her. Because Jessica Lange's great, and she could make it she could turn it from a piece of shit to a...
There's an old lady in this, and she just permanently looks like she can kind of smell dog shit.
Yeah, that lady. That's going to be the new Jessica Lange.
Just a little bit. But yeah, if you got her being Jessica Lange, like not smelling dog shit, just her being like a intense old lady, that'd be great.
Yeah.
There's some bits where it's kind of got some Stephen King's It vibes, but then it never really
flushes them out.
The other foot never drops. You know what I mean? The other shoe never drops. Like they set up for it, and then it just keeps being that. it doesn't ever go anywhere.
Right. It's a really boring film.
It is boring.
You could have cut 30 minutes off this.
Maybe
more. I don't
know. We told the whole story of it. Like, I know if I were to spoil the whole Secret Life of Walter Mitty, I could 4 or 5 minute just filibuster tell you about what the movie's about. What this movie's about is girl was murdered, boyfriend's in a haunted camera, he's trying to kill all the people that are responsible for killing his girl.
Yeah.
But the camera's still haunted.
Yep.
Done. I don't know how many seconds that was. Not very many. But that's it. This is a real one trick, straightforward, nothing else going on. No layers, no character development, no arc, no
nothing.
Just horny teens.
Drinking beer
with a haunted camera.
Yeah. That's how I grew up.
Yeah. We had a haunted camera when I was a teen, or am. I am a teen. We have a haunted. It's the Instagram. It's haunted. If you do ever want to get in touch with the show, the only platform we're actually active on is Instagram. You can reach us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. As far as email is concerned, but if you want the Instagram that I was talking about previously, it's at It's Just Two Movies. Same thing on Twitter. We're not really active on there because I don't know. It's just fucking boring.
Twitter,
what do you want me to do? Yeah. Tweet at me if you think Twitter's fucking awesome and you want us to get on Twitter. Just tweet at me and be like,
"I bet you won't.
I love this movie," or
because you're not gonna if you don't,
or tell me this podcast sucks because you're not wrong.
You didn't email us.
Yeah, you're not.
So you're not gonna fucking tweet us.
You won't email us because you don't want me to have your email address.
Oh,
because then
you'll sell it.
Oh yeah, sure. So let's talk about this movie. What would you?
I think we just did.
What would you?
I told you.
What else would you? What would you? What would you? What would you do?
I would not watch this movie.
Yeah, I also wouldn't. It's not very interesting. It needs more layers.
No.
It's not a terrible idea. I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing I've seen, or a spoof on a thing I've seen. But
It's kind of a dumb idea, though.
lots of stuff is, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the first movie you can ever recall about a haunted image? The Ring is the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But I know there are predecessors.
Right. Yeah, it's not really my genre, but I know, like you said, I know they're out there because I've seen the trailers and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, I like horror. I like horror because there's lots of fun ones.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. The next one that you and I sit down and do,
Yeah.
the next movie that I get to pick, I think I'm gonna pick Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a fun horror movie.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would specifically do? Like anyone that, because I feel like the Jessica Lange idea is pretty good. I don't know where to go with that as far as like story.
I don't know.
We'd have to spend a little bit more time.
I
on
would have
that.
skipped this, come back to it as a prequel later, and I would have made Polaroid 2 Cruise Control.
I'm in.
Or Max Shutter.
I'm in.
Yeah, Polaroid
Max
2,
Shutter.
Max Shutter. And it's just about a cop that can slow time, like Max Payne. But he's a camera.
This is already so much better.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
certainly more entertaining.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, man.
Thank you.
I think we'll go with that.
It's fine.
Our
It's
budget
fine.
is $8 million.
Our budget is $8. We'll do it after this podcast. We'll record an ad for Max Frames. What did I say his name was?
Polaroid Max Frames.
Polaroid Max Shutter Frames. Yeah, either one of them. They both work.
It all works.
Negatives. Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
that's our connection to The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, by the way, is cameras and images and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a decent connection.
And ghosts.
Ghosts?
Look, they don't have to be good. The connections don't have to be good. It's awesome when they are, but I don't think that's a requirement of this because the ratio of outstanding cinema to really fucking awful, laughably bad stuff
Yeah.
is,
Where are you going with this? You just gonna keep burping?
it's more in our favor to wind up probably watching more shit than we do good stuff.
More shit? What?
Yeah, like more shitty movies than good movies.
Yeah.
We'll run out of good movies at some point. There's never going to be a shortage of crap.
I think, yeah. I mean, I would say my list is getting smaller for sure. Like, I've got 3 movies right now, but I can always start picking out more.
I've got like 24.
There we go.
Yeah, I got all
Good to
kinds.
go.
I got all kinds of them.
We still need to do Parasite.
They're gonna run out. They're gonna run out at some point. God, Parasite's so fucking good.
We need to do.
You know, it's not good.
Polaroid is not good.
No.
Are we? Should we just do?
Let's shit
Should we
on
just
this.
rate it?
Well, let's shit on this for a little bit. What'd you hate about it?
Everything.
The lighting was really bad when that girl goes to the police station, and it's just her and the sheriff, or like the chief of police, talking at a desk in the bullpen, and all the lights are off except for his desk lamp.
Right? Where's everybody at? Like, why aren't people doing their jobs?
It's the middle of the night, and why wouldn't you just turn on the lights, like the main overhead lights?
Yep.
You would just turn them on to make the other person feel comfortable.
This town is trying to conserve energy. They're being green.
Their grid is shit because the lights be flickering and making inanimate objects make weird noises.
No, that's photo, man.
That's I can't.
So the camera.
Every time the camera gets ready to take a picture,
Yeah.
it makes this
High pitched, like.
ramping up oscillator noise.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. And they're all like it spooks them, but then they're like, oh, it's just the camera. Like, it's a normal noise for it to make.
Because it's not.
No, it's not. It's not. It fucking goes forever. They're like 3 times that long though. It's fucking crazy. And also not good.
The only thing
I think it would be funnier for comedy value if they had like an old school camcorder with like the VCR tape bit.
Yeah.
Where it's like a news reporter almost.
Yeah.
If they were hauling that around instead of a Polaroid.
Well, then it had to be a different. I mean, that's a whole different film.
Maybe it's on fucking Betamax. You know what I mean? Just fucking gigantic.
We can't call it Polaroid then.
Betamax is an older version of VHS, or so I've read.
Oh, that's so beta of you.
Man, during the Great Format Wars. Figuring out what would
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Here's the only redeeming quality about this movie.
Tell me.
The visual effects weren't terrible.
Yeah,
they were honestly
they're not good, but they're not
good.
They're not like, ew, ha ha ha, look how bad that looks.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can tell some of the budget was put towards that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I can appreciate about this film.
A valiant effort.
Yep. That's it though.
Couldn't give him an A for putting it out there, but I sure would give him an A for trying. Give him an A for effort. Effort, that's what it's called. That's the word that I was looking for there.
Words.
For a long time.
What do they mean? But what does it mean, Danny?
Effort? Let's ask my good friend Merriam-Webster.
What do you think? What else did you hate about it?
I hated a lot of the acting.
Yeah.
Like a whole lot of the acting.
Yep.
A whole lot of the acting.
Yep.
I hated most of the acting. Like almost all of the acting. I hated every performance in it.
It was so bad.
I really didn't like any of it as far as the actors and the people that were in it were concerned. The old lady smelling dog shit is probably the most convincing actress.
She's the best.
It's the most convincing performance in the whole movie. Like, I feel like she really smells dog shit. She doesn't ever say it. She doesn't ever say it, but I feel like she's like somebody's got dog shit on their shoes. They tracked it into my house, and she's just salty about it. She's gonna help them because they're weary travelers on their way or
that's
whatever.
where we turn her evil. She's not gonna help them.
Ooh.
She's gonna punish them for bringing dog shit. What was the other one later in the film? Someone was wearing something, and they're like, blank guy.
camera girl.
Camera girl.
It's like a flashback to the girl that had the camera before.
Yeah.
Were you some kind of camera loving freak? Come on.
I'm like, that's a good diss.
Right.
It's the same diss as before.
But you've got good taste and stuff, you stupid bitch. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's not a dig at all.
No.
I don't know. It's super awkward. A lot of this is very hand-fisted. Like, very, very hand-fisted.
It's just bad writing.
It's gotta be really difficult. Like, if somebody were like, oh, yo, you fucking make a movie. I'm not saying I would make a good movie. I'm saying what I can do is watch 2 movies and tell you why one of them's good and why the other one fucking isn't.
Yeah, we're not experts.
That doesn't mean that I didn't have more or as much fun watching Polaroid as I did watching The Secret Wife of Altered Titty. But I do know that one's better.
All right, I think we're done with Polaroid. What do you
I reckon. I don't know what you would do to this to make it better. You'd have to make it more complex. It's not very interesting. The acting's really bad. So you could recast it all. That might just be a directorial choice. Some of the acting wasn't fucking awful for like the main girl, but the rest of it's really lackluster.
All right, new director. Probably just keep all the actors. Maybe get a Jessica Lange. Maybe get a different cop.
Yeah.
The cop guy was...
And a rewrite.
Yeah, yeah. The story's got to have a rewrite.
Yeah.
Special effects can stay.
Yeah, get yourself for the sheriff, get like a John Leguizamo. Yes.
I was thinking it'd probably be too much, but Ron Perlman.
Ooh.
Like it'd be, I don't know.
He'd do it too.
He would.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd get a good performance from him in that role? Or
I listened to a thing one time that was a guy that was like, "Oh man, I met Ron Perlman. He's got the softest hands."
Huh.
So
okay.
Next time you see Ron Perlman, just think to yourself, his hands are like a baby's butt cheeks. Just super soft Ron Perlman hands.
I don't think I'm ever gonna see Ron Perlman.
Well, but you know who he is though. Like if you see him in a movie or something, just think to yourself.
Oh, you mean just in movie? I thought you meant like next Tuesday when I see him.
Not next time you see him at Subway. Eat fresh.
Right.
Subway, would you like to not be advertised about on my podcast? Contact me at itsjustamovies.com.
Slubway.
Until then,
welcome to Slubway, Howie.
I'm Subway, and I love Ron Perlman's soft hands. Feel so nice around
I don't believe that. I see him as having very hard, wrecked. Sorry. Very
no, you can say hard and wrecked.
Manly.
Yeah, he looks like he would. That's why it's an interesting take. Ron Perlman's soft hands.
I don't believe it.
Question mark?
I don't believe it.
Take to the streets, internet. Everybody at Ron Perlman, ask him if he's got soft hands.
Got to get down to the bottom of this.
Yeah. It's not like it's going to ruin his fucking career or anything. You know what I mean? Oh, Ron Perlman has soft hands. If we just came up to you and just like touched your face. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, Birdman. With his super soft hands, would you be like, fuck, Ron Perlman?
I don't think I could focus on Ron Perlman's hands.
What are we doing?
What are we doing, Ron Perlman? And he'd be like, I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, what would you give this out of Ghost
Polaroid
thumb bombs? Like when you go to take a picture, but your thumb's accidentally in it. It's those thumb bombs. It's a thumb photo bomb. How many thumb photo bombs?
Ghost thumb.
Would you give this ghost thumb photo bombs out of 10? Would you give this?
Are we just
as a bad movie? We're just bad movie, baby.
Okay.
Everybody knows this is bad.
Yeah, but
except for
70%
70% of Google users, evidently.
We're officially moving on from the 2 rating system.
Look, if you wanted to rate it, that's fine. But I'm only rating it on our library as purely as a bad movie.
But we're rating it as how much fun we had. Or
as a bad movie.
We
deliberately went in there to watch a bad movie. What's your favorite bad movie? Remember that Scarecrow movie we watched when we were kids?
Oh, dude.
That was a 10 for me when I watched it. That was a 10. It was fucking awful, and I could not stop laughing.
Right.
It was gold.
Yeah.
In the worst way.
You like how I still don't understand our rating system?
Yeah, but that's a 10. That's a 10, just to put you in that frame of mind. So how would you put this as
Polaroid?
A bad movie?
It's a bad movie. Maybe a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 6.5 or 7. I guess I'll go 7 just to round it up. So we'll do 70% thumb.
6.5. What do you think? 6.5 a piece.
Yeah, we'll do 6.5 a piece, which will still round up, but
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's good. 6.5 each. That sounds square. I did have a lot of fun poking fun at it. That was the best part about watching this is if you can watch it with a friend and you like to make fun of bad movies, this lends itself to that experience.
Yeah.
It leaves you a lot of open-ended bits to poke at it where it's very obvious that it's vulnerable.
Especially if you and your friends still act like you're 15.
Yeah, or are.
Or are 15.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Fucking my dad's gonna be home drunk any minute.
He's gonna be so pissed, dude. We better wrap this up.
He'll be mad. We're in here.
Drinking all this beer.
We're drinking his weird milkshake beers.
Dad, where'd you get these beers?
Shut up! I thought I told you to be quiet. He's the sheriff. He was the whole time.
All right. That's going to do it for us.
You got to... No. We got one more segment. It's called
This is just two movies. Fucking summer break.
Shh, hey, what do we call the segment?
No.
The segment where we're like, what have you been?
Oh. What did we call that?
We didn't come up with a
No,
name
you
for
did
it.
come up with a name
Nah,
for it.
yeah, it was dumb though. It was like a throwaway. It wasn't.
Okay.
What do we call this segment?
It's time for...
If you have any idea, if you would like to name this segment, also email me at itsjustmovies@gmail.com.
Or just...
Or message me on
Instagram.
anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's
Name the
just
segment
movies.
at the end of the episode where we talk about what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do this before we get really drunk, but
Well,
whatever.
because it's every episode. No, this is what makes it good.
Okay.
Is that we are drunk. When
So
we do
what you been up to, buddy?
Oh man, I've been playing Mario Super Rush Golf on the Switch.
Yeah.
Been enjoying that quite a bit. Also have been playing some more Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Okay.
Not like a crazy amount, but I'm really enjoying the Mario Super Rush on the Switch. It is way more challenging and like thinking ahead than I thought it would be.
Okay.
But it's good.
It's a good golf
good.
game.
I like it. It is. It's a good game. If it weren't a golf game, it would still be a good game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's
mean,
just got fun mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is challenging. There's a course I'm on right now that I've had to do like 7 times and still haven't beaten it.
Damn, you fucking suck.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I'm just kidding.
Tell me about it.
What else? What else? You been reading it all?
I have not had the chance to read in the last couple of weeks. I cannot wait to get a minute. We've been fucking slammed at work.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking super busy there. And then by the time I get home, I got either, podcast stuff or
Right.
hanging out with the fam or just chilling.
You
Still
still
got to have time to chill or cutting grass.
You still have to finish Watchmen? Is that what you're on?
Yeah, I am still on Watchmen. I could finish it in a couple of hours if I had a couple hours to sit down and finish it.
Mm.
Yeah, how about you? Oh, have almost completed regular show.
Okay.
Or at least whatever's on HBO Max. I'm on like season 6, episode 20 something
Nice.
late, so I'm
like
nearing the end, I think. But I love regular show.
Yeah, no, it's great. Great show. It's a good old great regular show.
Good old great normal ass.
So I am still rewatching Justified. I believe I've mentioned that on It's I feel like I'm
with Timothy Olyphant. That's got like your
Yeah.
favorite intro to a TV show.
my least favorite.
No, it's your favorite. You love it.
No, it's my least favorite
No, you love it.
to any show I've
heard
ever
you were
liked.
singing it on this show.
And it's awful.
Yeah,
We talked about it. It's awful.
I
You're
remember.
like, is it more Uncle Cracker? Then I played it, and you're
Yeah.
like, God damn it!
That was fucking cracking me up, man. Yes.
Still binging Justified. Still binging Justified. I did finish. I finally finished something, Danny. Link's Awakening,
Oh, nice.
which was so good.
You beat it in like 14 months less than I beat it.
It took me maybe a month to beat it.
Yeah, no, it's fun though, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's so fun.
Yeah,
man.
it was a blast.
I want more Nintendo games like that.
Did you go for the blue suit or the red suit? The end.
Defense was blue suit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I went with blue.
I also went blue suit.
Yup.
What was the hardest end boss?
Because so
Mine was Shadow Ganon. I fucking had a really hard time.
the
with
shadow boss
Ganon.
was that the very last one
where it changes into different ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty difficult. I think that was the hardest one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
the-
it changed. It was like 4 separate like bosses, right?
I don't know. One of the 4 bosses or 5 bosses that it was Shadow Ganon, and that was the hardest one for me to beat.
Oh,
like that one specific
Okay.
form.
I don't remember which specific form was. Most
All I remember
difficult.
was I couldn't fucking time it. I just
Yeah.
eventually got lucky.
I had that. Yeah, I think I had that issue too.
I couldn't time it. I just couldn't. It just didn't seem to make any sense.
There
to
were
me.
that was my my hardest problem with the game. I think was timing on some of the fights and stuff like that. But no, it's a great game. Looking forward to other Nintendo games that you let me borrow. Still reading Gravity's Rainbow. Gonna be reading it for like another month, probably. That's about it.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. I look forward to when I finish Watchmen and can read the rest of The Drunken Botanist by Amy Stewart. I'm really enjoying that. If you're into informational stuff at all,
yeah,
it is. It's a very breezy, fun read.
Okay.
From about a topic that normally is not that interesting, or learning about it is not that interesting. Doesn't mean the information is not fascinating, but it's normally written in a dry, boring manner, and this is not. It's like, oh, you can go here and get drunk. You ever fucking wake up hungover on a fucking having too many margaritas on a whatever? Let's find out about margaritas.
Did I ever let you borrow a book by Bill Bryson called A Short History of Nearly Everything?
No, but my mom also has it, and she's like, "You'd love this." Actually, it's on my list of books to buy.
You would absolutely. I can just let you borrow it.
Yeah, I have I'm gonna do after I'm done with The Drunken Botanist. I'm gonna do A Brief History of Time, which I have right there.
What about that book?
I'll read that I'll read this in a day sometime.
No,
what is it? This is by who? Thomas Pynchon.
Thomas Pynchon.
Thomas Pynchon. Oh yeah, Pynchon. Pynchon.
Pynchon.
The Crying of Lot 49.
Yeah, I think you might enjoy it. It would be one of his easier works to read. So,
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, I'll read it. I enjoy a short. Is it a fiction, I assume?
Yes.
All right. I like a short but dense fiction little jaunt. I don't know what you call that.
It's a good little adventure.
Yeah, good little
It's got
adventure.
some silly character names.
Okay.
Some strange storytelling. Some conspiracies.
What was that? Who wrote that? The Lathe of Heaven. I like that a lot.
Ursula K. Le Guin, or I don't know if that's. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name right.
Welcome to the club.
Ursula K. Le Guin or Le Guin or Le Guin.
Le Guin.
Le Guin. Yeah, she's a fantastic science fiction novelist.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's about it.
That's all I got.
That's all I got, buddy.
You gotta. Oh, Bert. What are we doing?
I don't know. You want some?
You guys are gonna start punching each other's faces, are you?
Let's call that gold talk for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind. Cousin business is booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
See what I'm talking about? You have those really long farts.
That's because I was drinking last night.
You. Almost like you're saying you.
Yeah.
You.